So with April done and out of the way here in 2023, that means it is now time to rank all the 5 movies that I saw this very month. You guys liked the one that I did in March, so we are back again to do the one here in April. And make sure to join me down below and let me know what you guys thought of the April movie season. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel here. I am Tyson. Hope you guys are doing well. Like I said in the beginning of this video, we are going to be kicking things off here with our April movie ranking. We have the summer movie season just around the corner, so in a future video I will be doing most anticipated films for the summer movie season, so be on the lookout for that. But today we are going to be ranking the 5 films here I saw in April, so let's get started. Coming in at number 5 is Beau is Afraid. This is the new Ari Aster film. He, of course, directed Hereditary and Midsommar, and I was a fan of both those projects. However, this one did not do it for me. I saw this just at the tail end here of the month, and I was just confused. It felt very long. I think it's almost a 3-hour film. And the story just did not grasp me. Now, I know his films are not made for everybody, and some may like his storytelling, some may think it's too weird, convoluted, and they just can't focus on the movie. That is what I thought of Beau is Afraid. I think the acting was well done. Joaquin Phoenix did an amazing job in here, but it was not enough to grasp me, to make me enjoy my time in the theater. Unfortunately, I just didn't get this one, and it wasn't for me. Coming in at number 4, we have the Super Mario Brothers movie. Now, this is a film that I was very, very much anticipating at the beginning of this year. It made it on my top 10 anticipated list, and when I got done with the film, I was disappointed. Now, I know this is a movie made for kids, and it definitely did a fantastic job on that front, for sure. The animation, to me, is the best part of this movie. It looks incredible. It feels like I'm looking right at the game, and that is exactly what I wanted. The teaser poster for this movie, might I say, is probably one of the best teaser posters I've ever seen. I really do love that poster. However, the story did not work for me. I didn't really feel there was any substance there. The characters were fine, but, you know, I didn't really like some of the character development in here, or the way they went with certain characters. I'm assuming there'll be a sequel for this movie because Super Mario Brothers movie here just crossed $1 billion at the worldwide box office, so there's definitely going to be some sequel. Whether that be another game from Nintendo or just a Mario sequel, I will be going back to see it because they teased my favorite character, Yoshi, here at the end of this movie. Spoiler alert, but I assume you've seen it if the film's crossed over $1 billion. So, you know, I'm excited to see where they take that character. But yeah, unfortunately, it really didn't do it for me. I don't really want to go back and see this film. But yeah, so that's number 4. Coming in at number 3, we have Ghosted, the film on Apple TV Plus starring Ana de Armas and Chris Evans. Now, this is a kind of rom-com spy thriller movie. Not done the best, but well enough because I do love these 2 actors. I think it was able to swing me into liking the movie a little bit more than the past 2. Not by much, just a little bit more. I actually gave this film and Mario the same score, 5 out of 10, and I stand by that for both these films. The storytelling isn't like it's been done before. It's nothing new. The character development isn't really too much here, but yet a decent amount. I did buy the romance, the chemistry between Ana de Armas and Chris Evans. I thought that was done beautifully here. The comedy is pretty funny at some points. And, you know, the third act of the film, you know, the action was a little subpar, not maybe my cup of tea. So it did lack a lot there, I think, in the delivery. The villain wasn't really a big deal, but the family aspect of Chris Evans' character was pretty cool to see. And I just liked seeing these 2 together on screen. I think this is their 3rd time they've been in a movie together, so they obviously have a good time working together, and it translates on the screen. So I think because of that relationship, it made me like the film a lot more than others. So, Ghosted is number 3 for me. Now, coming in at number 2, these top 2 films here are brilliant and some of my favorites of the year. And with no doubt, number 2 is Guy Ritchie's The Covenant. I absolutely love this film. I think it's brilliant. It is well told. It's a well-told story. Now, if you don't know, the story is around Jake Gyllenhaal's character, who is in the army, and it revolves around a translator. So it's kind of that relationship between the army and translators that we've had in Afghanistan. And it's not a true story, but it takes aspects of different true stories from the army's perspective, from the translators' perspectives, and they kind of mush them all up and put them together into this one story in this film. And it is absolutely brilliant. Guy Ritchie's direction is amazing. One of my favorites of his, for sure. Jake Gyllenhaal delivers in this film. His performance is brilliant, and so is the translators. I forget his name, but he did an amazing job in this movie as well. It is emotional. It is an important story. It needs to be told. I'm glad it's being told, and I want more people to go out and see it. If you have not seen this film yet, and you like war, no, you gotta like war movies, because it's a heavily action-packed movie. It is intense. It's a thriller. So if you like those kind of movies and you haven't gone out and seen this, I highly suggest that you do. It's very, very important, and you will not be disappointed. Critics love it. Audiences love it. I love it. It's one of my favorites of the year so far. So The Covenant comes in at number 2. All right, so coming in at number 1, it is my favorite film of the year so far, and that is, of course, Air, directed by Ben Affleck. Does an amazing, amazing job here. This film tells the story of Michael Jordan signing the Nike shoe deal. You wouldn't think it'd be that interesting, but it is. The story here is fantastic. The screenplay is one of the best I've definitely seen in a while. I think the dialogue is probably the best part of this film, but the performances, you have an amazing cast here. You have Matt Damon as the lead. Ben Affleck is also in it. Viola Davis. You can't go wrong with Viola Davis. Viola Davis, one of the best actors of all time. She is fantastic playing Michael Jordan's mother. You also have Chris Tucker, Chris Messina, and Marlon Wayans even in a scene, and Jason Bateman. This film is brilliant. It tells a great story, and it's very impactful, and you are on the edge of your seat. You know the outcome, but that doesn't change the fact that you're on the edge of your seat wanting to see how this happens. It really takes you along. You feel like you're right there in the room with them making this deal and on the journey with them as well. I said in my review, but there's a scene between Matt Damon and Viola Davis. It's in the trailer. And the way the dialogue is on the page, but the way it's delivered by these two actors in that scene, it's just incredible. It's something magical between those two actors, and I love this film because of the acting itself. So that is why Air is number 1 for me, and Ben Affleck's direction on this is phenomenal. I could talk about this movie for hours, so I'm just going to cut it off there, but definitely go see Air if you haven't. It is my number 1 film here in April. So with that being said, guys, that does it for my ranking here in April. I did miss out on some films that came out this month. For example, Renfield, the Nicolas Cage, and Nicholas Hoult as well. That came out right when I got married. So, you know, I had more important things to do than go see that movie. So there were just a couple, I think Sisu, I think that's how you pronounce it. That film's out as well. I didn't get a chance to see that yet, but I'm going to. And when I do, I might put a review up. It just depends on the timing of everything. So, yeah, so let me know down below, guys, what films did you see this month? Which films blew you away? Which ones didn't work for you? All that in the comments below. And like I said off the top here, we are going to be doing a anticipated summer movie ranking because it's right around the corner. It's going to be a very, very exciting season. So stick around for that. And here on the channel, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I'd love to have you guys join us on that journey because we do a lot of rankings, movie reviews, movie trailer reactions, and we cover movie breaking news. So with that being said, guys, I'm Tyson Honecker, and until next time, I'll catch you on the next one.